Good morning.
Good morning.
Having a bit of technical difficulty. We're still learning this, but
Yep.
this is morning or meditation reflections,
When-
and we're doing this a second time. We've already done it, but apparently we were not live. We thought we were, so we're repeating what we just did, but hopefully it's going out live now.
It was very interesting meditation for me this morning, in that I got to hear a conversation between some of the spirit guides. And when you hear a conversation between two guides talking about a problem among themselves, it's kind of like, how in the world would I make that one up? Omega Man,
Atre,
Atre, so I haven't got Atre's name, or I don't think we have the full name yet, was asking Chai,
who is a panther being from Sirius.
a sixth dimension, 9 foot tall female Black Panther who's quite beautiful. The he was saying that he was hoping that his people, his group, could have more protection, and she says, you have lion beings at each of the gates, which is even higher order of protection, because these are 14-foot
Seventh dimensional
lions with human hands and faces. They're or human
humanoids
with lion faces,
yeah,
to be technical.
like you see them depicted in Egyptian sculpture occasionally.
Yes, as the Egyptian sculptures show bird-headed individuals and cat-headed individuals.
It was thought that the ancient Sphinx was originally a lion head,
Yes.
and it was. If you take note of it, you can see that it was recarved, and the proportion of the size of the head on the lion sphinx does not match. It's a very small head, so it's been recarved.
So they were having a conversation, and she said they would be delighted to also have some panther beings there, because she says we purr well and we're very relaxing, and so it's a wonderful opportunity for interaction. And I understand that one completely, because we
Hi,
have
Mary.
cats as well. One called Shadow, which I think is a lovely little detail. And Shadow's all black except for a little bit of white on his chest.
Yeah.
And
I was talking about shadows in our first try at this live feed, and the fact that we all need to face our shadows, our demons within, and not continually suppress them, and which is what much of society does, is they just, oh, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to go there. We need to go there. We need to heal those thoughts, those inclinations, those desires. Get over it.
yeah,
Heal your shadows.
if it's only by confronting and understanding.
Yeah, sorry,
And
I got sidetracked there.
no, I think that's absolutely accurate, and Shadow would agree with you.
Yeah.
Shadow's having a little confrontational problem that we the humans are going to have to help with. The confronting of the shadow, things you don't like, things you have concern in. It can be small things in your life, like this kitchen pan doesn't fit the lid that I want to fit on it, and you go, wait a minute, that's a mechanical problem, figure out how to solve it. Or the larger problems of the culture itself. Where do we think our culture is going, and do we like it, and do we need to give some thought to that so it becomes a conscious decision that's truly well evaluated and well understood. So it was a kind of wonderful little proof that they were having a conversation. All forms of spiritual guidance are your higher self, but it's chosen a shape or form so that it will help you understand what's coming through as spiritual insights. It's still your higher self, your soul speaking with you, because we're all connected and we're all one, and that's the unity principle itself. But if they have the humor to speak to you
Yes.
as a very tall glowing light being, or a small blue sphere, or a large panther being, that's part of them with a good sense of humor trying to help.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think humor is very important in spirituality, because it's all not serious. Oh, and do this ritual, and just we take many things way too seriously, especially ourselves and the condition of the world. We're over stressing about things that do not need to be stressed about. From the minute things to the little things, like you mentioned earlier, finding the wrong lid for a pan, and it can be frustrating. And that brought me to a memory of something. This went back years, and I found myself extremely frustrated about, I was having computer problems, and as everyone knows, that can be very frustrating. And I just had so much anger that I hate to admit it, but I actually did this. I took a printer, took it into the garage, and demolished it. I just took a sledgehammer to it. I was so angry. But in doing that, I realized this isn't me. I mean, I do get angry, but to that extent, no. And so what that taught me was that I actually had an entity with me that had no control of his anger. So as soon as I realized that I had an entity with me, I went across the road into a field, and I asked Spirit for help. And there's ways of clearing it, and James Gilliland furthered that education in us about how to do that. But anyway, I asked Spirit to help this entity along, and it did. And I asked for confirmation.
Uh-huh.
And the second I asked for confirmation, a rabbit bolted. It was only about 20, 25 feet away, and it was hiding in the grass, and it just took off. And that was such a pleasure to see confirmation immediately that the Spirit had gone.
That's useful learning for a lot of people. If you're suddenly experiencing an emotion that appears to come out of nowhere, whether it's sadness or depression or an anger that you can't really put a finger on, realize it might not be you. It might be something else that is passing through you, and we do have a lot of storms around us at the moment, and don't hang on to it. Clear it. Get rid of it. It's not you. And recognizing that things drift in like that and cause trouble, and then can cause all sorts of problems in your life, and not really being either who you choose to be or who you naturally are.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about that kind of thing, it can be a little surprising, but also be a handy understanding to make sure that, wait a minute, where's that from?
Yeah. Something I heard before was the fact that, so you think all your thoughts are your own, do you?
True.
They're not. I mean, our potential and who we are is far greater than we think we are. But in saying that, we are also not everything we think.
True.
So I'll leave that with you. Do you have any
Nope.
others to add?
Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye.
Bye.